Hey guys, so I wanted to go over three styles of peak formations that you're going to find in this dashboard, right? So I've been using it for several months now, and it's been a great ride. Now, the one thing that I have noticed on top of it's not 100% accurate is that there are different types of peaks, and we might all know what they are, just based on normal market structure and what we've learned over the years. Or if you're new, you might not want to know what it is, but you're going to learn here. But there's three different types of peaks. There's ranging peaks, there's pullback peaks, and there's reversal peaks. So let's start with the first one, ranging peak. A ranging peak is you have the market going sideways, sometimes making low, a high, continuing in the middle, right? And the peaks are here. These are all the peaks. Now, the problem with this is when a peak formation sets, our goal is to look for a push back up and then a drop, right? That's what we want to look for the sell. But when it comes to ranging peaks, you might think, oh, this little push up on a is going to actually hit the point of like the 61.8, the 50 resistance zone, and it's going to continue. But if you think that, that's when you get screwed and it goes all the way back up to the top, retests the zone, and then comes right back down. And that's something that you have to be able to identify. And these are actually the easiest to identify, to be honest. Like the market's going to show you. And I'll go over a few examples after I start drawing all this out, right? So you have that's what the ranging peaks are. These are just ones you want to, if it says peak formation high, there will be times on my analysis, I'll say, you may want to look for a buy. Like, to be honest, it goes against the peak, but go look at market structure. It's ranging. This is not going to break unless it breaks. Now, I don't just say the moment it hits the bottom, look for a buy. I say, it's got to do a little formation. It's got to show that it's going to have some momentum, either with the TDI, maybe some divergence, maybe a big bullish candle, news, whatever it is, and you'll get the notification to go up. You'll see it. Versus if you want to be positive that this is a peak formation high and you want to like get in on it, it needs to break the structure, right? It needs to break structure and go down to the low here, make a new low, and now you have a reason to believe it will pull back and look for another entry for a sell back down, right? So that's what you need to be careful of for ranging markets. The other one is a pullback market. So let's say market's going up, you got an uptrend going. Well, a pullback, what's a pullback? It's these, right? Those peaks. They are peaks and they drop, but ultimately it's going against the trend. Pullback peaks are against the trend. Now, this is usually happening on like a 4 hour or a daily time frame. You have to really zoom out and see the macroeconomics of what's happening in the market. Otherwise, you might just take the peak and think, oh, it's a reversal, but it's not. And it hits a point and just blows past the peak. And you're like, what the heck happened? It's like, well, you didn't see the overall structure. So, like, that's something that you have to realize. You have to zoom out, go to the higher time frames, go to the daily. What's it doing? Where's the recent high? Where's the recent lows? Like, get the structure. And then you can justify whether or not the peak is a pullback peak, reversal peak, or pullback peak or reversal peak. You'll know if it's right? So if you get on these, this is like a 1 to 2 day max. Like you don't want to hold these things long term because we have midweek reversals, end of the week consolidations where it goes right back up to where it initially started. Like you have to know what day of the week you're trading, what pair it is, if there's news, what time of the day it is, like little things that you have to just be aware of. So if you're going to take a pullback peak, you're only going to want to take it for a day or two. After that, get out of it. And then on what we have left is a reversal peak. So you have, let's say it's a downtrend this time, right? The reversal peaks are the peaks that are going with the trend, right? Because those capture the biggest move. That's why you get the famous saying, the trend is your friend. Anybody will say, any expert trader will always trade with the trend. They don't trade against it. They'll sit here and ignore a pair for 3 weeks because it's counter trend. And then they'll wait for the big pullback and then they capture the whole move down and ride it, right? So you want to be patient, get picky with it. If there's one thing I can say from experience is that there are times that I just wanted to buy everything. I wanted to buy it, sell it. I wanted to get in before the reversal because I thought I was just a badass and I could just capture that whole move, only to come to find out it's blew my account. I was wrong. I was revenge trading. I had greed. I was trying to become something that I wasn't. Like so many little internal issues that I wasn't dealing with that led to me to actually be unsuccessful in the beginning. Now, I think the reversal peaks are the most powerful, clearly, because it's with the trend. But they definitely take some time and you have to wait for them to play out. So let's go take a look at some examples, right? There's a few examples playing out in the market right now. Let me share my screen to just screen, right? And so the first one we're going to go over is a ranging peak. So as you see, today is September 10th and it's Sunday, right? So we have brand new peaks, but here's the issue. If you look at some of these peaks, like Chief JPY, what are we going to notice here? What do you guys see? Ranging. That's there's no movement or there's no trend. It's completely stuck. So, and we know that too because look, well, actually, hold on, that's air. So let me refresh this page real quick. Right? You have a peak formation high here and a peak formation low. Somebody would say, oh, it's got to keep dropping, but it guess what? It didn't take out the low. So this is still a valid peak formation low, and the only thing is you take it back up to the high. Same thing with this pair. It's ranging. It's sideways movement. I don't know if it's going to drop right here. I don't know if it's going to break up to the high and retest here. I don't know. I don't have clarity. I could sit here and try to guess, but that's gambling. If you want to gamble, go to the casino. You might have a better chance. Like this, if I go to NZD JPY, let's see, ranging, right? A lot of the pairs are ranging right now, and that's because it's almost the end of the fiscal year. So you got like, markets just kind of ranging out, not really doing anything. So you have to just be patient with some of it. Now, that these are things I'll tell people the only time you can actually go against this peaks is during this. I wouldn't really go in against them any other time. But if you want to be even more disciplined, just avoid them entirely. So you'll see me talk about that in my analysis or in the group. Like, don't touch this pair, it's ranging, you're not going to get anything. Or if you do, you're going to get lucky. Or if you're really precise in your scalper, you'll make something, but damn, long run. That's what I'm all for. So now let's go to a pullback peak. And what I found was this AUD Chief. So you have a peak formation high that was set up here 5 days ago, and it dropped, leading people to believe that this would continue. But we have a new trend setting. It had break of structure to the top, and this is something I go over in the trainings. And when a break of structure happens, or essentially a change of character, that's a change of character when the market breaks up after it's been going down, meaning that this is now a new directed trend and that this is a pullback. Now, I don't know about you. I can't really teach people on this subject right now on this video, but from my experience over the last 8 years, this pattern does not drop. This continues and it breaks through and goes up to the top. It goes up higher, right? What's today? September 10th, like I said. Watch this pair go all the way up. Guarantee it. They might stop on low and then go up, but this is going to go up. So you have the pullback, which if it called it here the next day, you could have caught this for a day drop. But then after the second day, it's continuing and it will continue up to surpass this high, thus giving us the pullback peak. So you got to be careful of where the market is in that time frame because you don't want to get caught in the second day thinking it's going to drop again only to get stopped out and lose money, right? So just be careful. This is what a pullback peak looks like. And then we have reversal peaks. And these are the most powerful. So if I go to gold, gold has a solid setup right now, or it did. This is a reversal peak. This is solid. Why? Because the market is going downwards, as you can see, on a higher time frame. It's been going down. Been saying this for a minute, right? It's capturing. You got a high, lower low, so slightly lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So this is a downtrend on the higher time frame, on the 4 hour and the daily. Therefore, this is a reversal peak, and why a lot of people made money this past week on it because it was perfect. Market was trending upwards, giving us a nice little area of downward movement, and it was all spread out. It was perfect, and it dropped, broke the structure, pulled back, and continued. So, and this will continue. So, and and that's why waiting for setups like this just become easier and easier. And these are the ones that are just most appealing to the eye. Anything else other than this, like you saw the ranging markets, like that's nothing fun. You saw the pullback peaks. It's gonna keep you up all night. This though, like you can take these trades and like go to sleep on them sometimes, depending on where you're at. Sometimes if you're over in Europe, you might be able to be up all day, like because it's during their late morning, early afternoon for you guys. But here in America, it's like you might want to go to sleep, but you get stressed out because you don't know what's going to do. Like I've been in those situations before. It's not fun. So here it's like you want to take the ones that are just higher probability, give us the best readings, give us the most secure. Like I know I'm going with the trend decision. So in doing so, you're going to make a lot more money. So I mean, and then another one happened with this on NASCAR, right? Started to range go and it dropped. We have a pullback. This is a big reversal here. This drop right here broke structure multiple times. This is a pullback peak. This is, or this was the pullback peak. Now we have the reversal back down, and it's going to continue to. So like little things like that that just make markets so much easier to read. And if you can get these three down, ranging, pullback, reversal, it's going to get a lot easier. You're going to start identifying things about the market you never saw before, and you're going to be able to read it like a professional. So that's what the three peaks are. If you guys have questions, go ahead and ask in the Discord, and we'll go from there. See you guys in the next video.